it's hard to come to terms with their violent nature.
I really want to start with a sincere congratulations. The first 2 episodes, and pardon my language, are fucking awesome. And
makes my day.
People are going to love it. But I think, so anyway, a lot of people at Collider know that there was a lot of reworking of the show behind the scenes. And I believe you shot like 6 episodes before things got reworked. So how much of those 6 episodes were actually reincorporated into the show, and how much had to sort of be cut because of the reworking of the show?
Quite a bit lived. I mean, the thing is, and I think Senna can speak to this, they had that time during the strike to take a look at what they had. And those 6 episodes were super solid. I saw them way later. They were super solid, but the issue was bringing up the themes and feelings that we loved from the old show and context. I'll say that over and over again. That first episode is the one that takes us into the run. And we needed to have those first 15 minutes of that first episode to kind of set the stage. And what we ended up doing, can I speak about the nuts and bolts, or should I?
Oh, no. Yes. No, you're saying how we work together.
Yeah. So the amount of additional material was essentially 3 episodes worth, and then quite a bit of interstitial material inside the body of the middle 6. And I feel like it was mostly enhancement, and it was really bringing up the stuff that we loved, a little more Fisk and Matt, a little more action, pathos. It was, the show was there. Yeah. It wanted to be something. We just had to do some things to draw that out.
Yeah. And again, like, credit to Matt Corman and Chris Ord and the writer, those writers, some of which who stayed on with us and the new writers room, really, they gave us also a naturalistic and real world New York as well. And that's really what we wanted to build upon. But yes, like Dario said, it was, elements were there. We wanted to pull on the threads. We wanted to make it a bit darker and more intense, and offer that connective tissue that just wasn't quite there before, but that connective tissue to the previous show, of course, with our returning characters, and telling sort of the drama of who they are 10 years later, almost 7 to 8 to 10 years later. We don't know the exact timeline around that.
Sure. It's still 18 episodes for like the 2 parts, or am I wrong?
At this point, it will be a 9-episode first season. We start shooting an 8-episode second season on Friday, and the future is unwritten.
Yeah.
I don't know if the story necessarily ends at the end of the second season. I think the future is unwritten.
Look at it as part 1 and part 2 for both seasons.
When you guys were figuring out, once it got it's being reworked, how much of those first 9 episodes were being thought of as like, ultimately, we're going towards like 18 episodes, whatever the number is, and this is the story we're telling, and how much is it sort of at the end of part 1, a chapter is closed and we're opening a new chapter? So
when I came in and put together kind of like the overview of what the first season was going to be, the second season was implied. They're absolute flip sides of each other. And what you'll see, without giving too much away, at the very end of the last episode of this season, you essentially see a lot of cards being put out on a table. And season 2 are those cards going into play vigorously and perhaps viciously.
So one of the things that I think fans were nervous about was, will this series be violent? What's going to happen with Disney Plus? And I can, without spoiling anything, the first 2 episodes are, you guys don't pull any punches. So was there any pushback, or was it because I love seeing this side of certain, I don't want to say too much. I'm just saying that I was very happy. And what was it like behind the scenes trying to push that through?
I was shocked. Okay. I mean, as somebody who worked on The Punisher, as somebody who works in this sandbox, there was never, hey, back it off. It was always like, does it make sense? Is it good story? And getting a chance to work with Phil Silvera, who I'm a huge fanboy for like, the building these action sequences, making them eye-popping, making them real, making them gritty, making them hurt. Disney Plus, Marvel never said pull back.
Sorry.
Go.
I was going to say, I have to say, Kevin Feige, Lou D'Esposito, and Brad Winterbottom, who are like the heads of the studio, they very much were like, go for it.
Yeah.
They're like, go for it. Bloodier the better. 100%. Like from the beginning, I will say, even in the old iteration of the show, we have a couple of sequences in there, shot by Dave McComber, our other stunt coordinator, who there's some crazy things that happen, which you will see soon, hopefully. He shot the end of episode 2, actually. That was in the old material.
Yeah.
So it was always the intention. It was a bit of like, let's ask for forgiveness later from our from our big bosses. But yeah, they were very supportive.
And I'm definitely the wrong person to say, just go for it.
Yeah, there's some crazy stuff that he does multiple times in episodes 8 and 9 that I just love.
Yeah. And there's a lot of nods to the fans. There are action moments in the books that we've been able to recreate. And I won't say much more than that.
Listen, I really want to say congrats to you two. I'm so excited for the other episodes. Good luck with the rest of your speed dating.
Thank you.
Thank you.